All right, guys, I got a fun one for you. This is fun. Facebook gave me another 30-day ban. Happens every so often. Can't be helped. And within 5 minutes, they send me a message saying, "We got it wrong. Your content is now back up." Okay, I go to my page and look, and there it is. They reposted the content that they got wrong, that they initially took down. It's back up. Oh, all is right with the world then, right? Not exactly. You see, Facebook kept the 30-day ban active. Can you, let's just process this for 1 second. We got it wrong. Your content is back up. But we're going to keep the ban active. Where is the logic there? Where is the reasoning there? There literally isn't any. It's just them being punitive because I run a political page. I run progressive content. I run pro-socialist, pro-worker content. And looking for any excuse, no matter how thin, is what they're doing here. Now, most of the time, I won't play the victim. I'm stronger than that. I've worked through that in my life. I'm over that hill. I think we all go through that period in our lives where it's like, oh, I'm a victim of society and oh, I'm all this. And no, that's for the conservatives. That is what conservatives literally do every day on social media. Play the victim role, the victim role, the victim role. I'm not doing that here. I'm saying that they genuinely don't want anybody on their site running pro-worker, pro-socialist, pro-progressive messaging as I do, and I do it pretty good, and I do it very consistently as well. They don't want people like me on their site. And that's a fact. And if any of you conservatives really think that you're the victims on Facebook or Twitter or whatever, Facebook, the largest people with the people with the largest connections on Facebook are Ben Shapiro, Steven Crowder, Glenn Beck, Bill O'Reilly. These fraudulent conservatives, these bad faith conservatives, consistently lead content on Facebook year after year after year. And yet, they keep saying they're the victims of social media, of their cancel culture, and all this other manufactured nonsense that literally doesn't exist against conservatives. And look at this. Look what I'm going through. I could say I'm the victim here if I wanted to, but I'm not. Not going to say it. But a lot of my friends who run pro-socialist, pro-communist, or pro-progressive pages all have this problem, where their political pages have been shut down. This YouTube channel has effectively been demonetized. It is not on their algorithm anymore. I cannot grow here because I run pro-political messaging that involves socialist activity, that involves progressivism, that involves worker empowerment, that involves telling the truth about the American government and our political system and our economic system. Now, that can't stand. I firmly believe in this post-truth era, it's a bad thing to be honest and truthful about these things. And these gigantically corrupt social media companies don't want people like me on here, you see? Because if I start a pro-worker message or a pro-progressive message, that's going to lead to the economic message of taking money from these people. They don't want that. Okay? And that's why they don't touch or barely touch the Steven Crowders of the world, the Ben Shapiros of the world, all these guys with just millions and millions of followers on YouTube and Facebook. They don't touch them. They promote them because they're scared of them. And also because they line up with their economic message of inequality. Mark Zuckerberg doesn't want to part way with any money. No executive of any social media company wants to part ways with any of their money. So anybody like me who's pushing a message that is geared towards workers and equality and social justice, economic justice, and all that stuff, to suppress my reach is a good thing in their view. Just follow the money. All you got to do is understand these people are going to protect their money, and they don't want people like me on here. Like my freedom of speech is very limited. My First Amendment rights are active, but they are extremely limited by this social media conglomerate that owns our lives. We can't escape it. But okay, I went on a tangent there. But back to the meme thing, it's ridiculous. There's literally no validation available for them to tell me they got it wrong and keep the 30-day ban active. What in God's name could be the validation there? It's part of the whole centrist mindset. Oh, well, we're gonna play both sides. It's magical thinking, right? And centrism to me is magical thinking. It truly is magical thinking when it comes to economics or social movements. Like, you don't, break bread with fascists, who love systemic inequality, who want to protect white supremacy. You don't meet that halfway. You just say no to it. You stand on principles, okay? Something a lot of people don't have in America. But what nonsense. It's so absurd. We've just reached an absurdity point. And this is just like a reflection of the absurdity in society today. What people believe and accept, and it's so silly. Anyways, has this happened to you? I want to know if it's happened to you. Leave a message down below. Like, share, and subscribe.